Yes. A very good morning to all. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. The most awaited moment is here with us, with all of you here today, and we are immensely delighted to welcome all of you to the inaugural program.
Today, we all have gathered here for an auspicious occasion at Cambridge Institute of Technology, the inauguration of the first year Bachelor of Engineering program, the batch of 2023. Cambridge Institute of Technology immensely takes the pleasure and privilege to welcome the honorable dignitaries, invited guests, professors, parents, and our dear students for the grand inauguration of the new beginners in the Bachelor of Engineering program 2023. Congratulations to all the students present here on your well-deserved success and for choosing Cambridge Institute of Technology, which is one of the most leading and successful institutions. We hope you can feel all the pride and happiness surrounding you as you are heading towards a new journey.
Prayer is a steering wheel which directs us to the right path. Throughout the lives, let's unite our minds and souls in the presence of God and to seek the blessings of the Almighty. I invite our students, Sahana and Prakruti, for the inaugural dance.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय धीमहि अजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Thank you, Sahana and Prakriti. It is now time to add some dignity and fragrance to the dais. I humbly request our honorable dignitaries to kindly step onto the dais and occupy their respective seats. I request the volunteers to kindly escort the dignitaries to the dais.
Symbolizes brightness and prosperity. It gives us new and innovative directions to the life. With this noble thought, let us start the event by lighting the lamp and invoke the blessings of Almighty. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to formally inaugurate the program by lighting the lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नम्.
Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you all. I now invite the strong leader and the pillar of the institution, Dr. Indumati, Principal, Cambridge Institute of Technology, to welcome the August gathering and to brief us about the institution.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, heads of the departments, directors, deans, professors, invitees, my dear students and parents, a very good morning to one and all present here. I am very happy to state that today we are inaugurating the 17th batch of engineering program. Cambridge Institute of Technology started during 2007 with only 4 programs and about 200 students. Today, we are offering 12 programs, 8 UG programs, 4 PG programs, and the students who are getting the education in our campus is around 3,500 plus students. That is how the growth and development has happened from 2007 to today. Cambridge Institute of Technology is accredited by NAC with A+, NBA accredited, ISO certified, and we are proud to state that this year we got the recognition and award under the category of innovation rank in the band of 101 to 150 as under the NIRF. And at this particular point of time, I also would like to state that we are the only institute where we got a sponsored grant of around 4.94 crores from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology under the Chip to Startup program, which is on the semiconductor area. So having said this, I would like to tell a brief about the Cambridge Institute of Technology. As I already told, Cambridge Institute of Technology has completed 16 plus years of existence, achieving the academic excellence. 13 batches have passed out. That means around 12,000 plus students are graduated from the portal of Cambridge Institute of Technology. And our average results, passing percentage is around 98 to 99%. And with very good placement record, around 175 plus companies are visiting our campus to place our students. And last year itself, our highest package was around 27 lakhs per annum. So having reached this academic excellence and placement, we moved forward and we established what is called as the Advanced Research Labs. So these Advanced Research Labs has a provision and opportunity provided for students to work on sponsored research. So we have sponsored and funded projects running in this Advanced Research Lab, which is situated in the 5th floor, in the same floor, where we have projects being implemented, which is funded by DRDO, ISRO, Ministry of Electronics, as I already told, and students and faculty have the opportunity to work on these research projects. So we believe that only academic based on curriculum is not only enough for our students. We want to provide students all the opportunities. It's not only academics, our students have been excelling in sports because of the infrastructure provided, extracurricular activities, and they have participated in national and state level championship like yoga, the powerlifting, the basketball, and many of them have got very good awards and prizes in all these competitions at state level and national level. So as part of the curriculum and beyond curriculum, we also provide a platform for our students with online certification, wherein Microsoft, we have an association with Microsoft certification program, where last year 1,000 plus students got the certification in the fundamentals of Microsoft. Then we also have a platform for online certification under Wipro Talent Search program. and Infosys Springboard. All these are opportunities provided for the students to go beyond the curriculum. And having said this, I also want to mention that our industry collaboration is very good in our campus. We have so many industries on campus. To name a few, we have Avion Aerospace, who works on drone technology. We have EOS, who works on additive manufacturing, that is the 3D printing technology. And we have Wipro IIoT lab set up. And Intel has set up the FPGA lab. And we have also established a VLSI dedicated training center. So these are some of the few industries which I want to mention. But these facility is being extended and provided for students to get trained in the emerging technologies and also get placement and also internship and work on real-time project. And one more industry collaboration which is worth mentioning is that we have a very good collaboration with Samsung R&D Bangalore. Samsung has established 3 different initiatives. We are the only college in the entire country where the Samsung has invested on 3 important initiatives. The initiative number 1 was this starting of this Samsung Prism program, where our students are provided with real-time projects under the mentorship of both Samsung as well as our faculty mentors. The second initiative, which has been collaborated with Samsung, and they have invested in our campus, which is in the 4th floor of this building, is Samsung Innovation Campus, where the students are selected through test, and the selected students are undergoing the training on IoT, training on AI/ML, and training on coding and programming skills. Last year, this was inaugurated, and by this year, we have completed 100 students who have been certified in these 2 programs, and the 3rd program is running on. And every year, these 3 programs will be conducted for the students free of cost by Samsung people. And the 3rd initiative, which is very, very strong and worth mentioning, is the Samsung Data Center, which is established with an investment of around 2.6 crores by Samsung. This data center captures data, annotation, capturing, and the data is being sent to the R&D center. From there, it goes to all your smart devices, which all of you are using. So that is the strength of the Samsung collaboration what we have. To mention that this data center has provided placement for this 2023 graduated students. About 140 students are working in this data center. So that's how we have moved from, after reaching the academic excellence, we have moved from beyond curriculum. We have also have a lot of collaborations and placements, which is helping our students to grow further. With this introduction of Cambridge Institute of Technology, I'm very happy and pleased to welcome our chief guest for today's inaugural function, Dr. Jagdish, the Professor, Aerospace Engineering, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I welcome you, sir. I request our beloved chairman, Shri D.K. Mohan, sir, to welcome the chief guest with the bouquet. We have our guest of honor, our another guest, Shri Karthik Krishnamurthy, who is the head lead of talent acquisition and also hiring in charge of Karnataka from Tata Consultancy Services. And we have very good association with TCS. And in fact, I want to mention that last year, TCS and Microsoft jointly they launched a program called a Sirius, which is one of the kind in the country. And we were the first college in the entire South India who got the benefit of this program. So on this occasion, I welcome you, sir, on behalf of everybody here. And I request Shanti Madam to welcome Karthik, sir, with a bouquet. I just mentioned a few of our achievements, and what about our Cambridge Institute of Technology? How is it different? This is all happening because of the complete management support and the dedication what we have from our management. I'm very pleased and honored to welcome our beloved chairman of Cambridge Group of Institutions, Shri D.K. Mohan sir. I request Hema madam to welcome our chairman sir with a bouquet. Our CEO is very young and dynamic, and whatever emerging technologies which are introduced in Cambridge Institute of Technology is because of the dedicated work and the passion what our CEO sir has. He will be joining shortly. He is Sri Nitin Mohan, and we are all progressing because of his contribution, and I welcome him in his absence. I also welcome our Dean Basic Science, who is the pillar of the first year engineering program. I welcome you, ma'am. I request Hema madam to welcome Dr. Shanti madam with bouquet. I welcome all the directors, deans, HODs, professors, teaching, non-teaching staff, parents who have come and have come in large numbers. Thank you for for your presence, and I welcome all the students and wish them best of luck in these 4 years of engineering career. And from this end, I also would like to assure all the parents that we will definitely look forward for your participation also, and from our end, we will definitely serve the best, give the best through facility and support, so that they will become all-rounder and they will be able to face the global challenges. Thank you.
Thank you for your earnest welcome, ma'am. On behalf of the entire fraternity of Cambridge Institute of Technology, we express this hearty welcome to you. I request Dr. Shanti ma'am, Dean, Department of Basic Science, to welcome our beloved principal, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me an immense pleasure to introduce before you an eminent personality who is here with us today, Dr. Gopalan Jagdish sir. Dr. Gopalan Jagdish sir is a professor from the Department of Aerospace Engineering at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Sir is a graduate in mechanical engineering from Bangalore University. He obtained his master's in heat power engineering from Birla Institute of Technology. And sir is a Pratt Whitney Chair Professor since August 2016. And sir has also served as professor, assistant, and associate professor since 2007. He's serving for Indian Institute of Science. And he's also currently working as professor in the same department as well. Sir has been visiting lecturer at Shockwave Research Center, Institute of Fluid Science, Tohoku University, Sendai, Japan. Sir's research interests include hypersonic aerodynamics and shockwave dynamics. Sir has various interests in exploring the unknown yet unfascinating of hypersonic flows and shocks. Professor Jagdish has successfully completed many technical consultancy projects in both private and public sectors. And he has published over 50 papers in well-reputed journals, and under his guidance, there are many students who are pursuing PhDs and their masters. It's indeed an immense pleasure to have such an eminent personality with us here today. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this occasion with your valuable presence. I would now request our chief guest, Dr. Gopal Jagdish, sir, to address the gathering, please.
Lovely. Good morning to everybody. Elrigu namaskara. Kannada baratta elrigu? Maybe there could be some people in the audience who would not know Kannada, so I will take the liberty of speaking in English. ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಆಸೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲೇ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂದು ನಾನು ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಒನ್ ರೀಸನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಗೆಳೆಯರಾದಂಥ ಮೋಹನ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸುಮಾರು 40 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ, 40 ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು 36 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ಇವತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿಯಾದೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ದಟ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ವರ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, and I was aware that he was running an educational institution, but then I had no opportunity to visit here. ಮೋಹನ್, ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯಿತು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಜನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. Normally, wherever I go and interact, people think scientists will have a long beard with a very thick glass and probably will speak in an abstract language which nobody understands. I am not here to bore you with any of those things. But there are certain values I thought I would share on an occasion like this. This is a very happy occasion to everybody. ಭಾಳ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ good occasion. But whenever there are good occasions, there are two things which normally bug your mind. One is a faith, the other one is a doubt. The doubt is whenever we are happy, normally people have a tendency, will my son be happy in this institution? Will he get a job? Will he do very well? So that anxiety will be there in several parents, and I am sure that even I am a parent, so I am aware of what goes on in a parent's mind, especially on days like this. So before we actually start this program, I want you to do some simple, exercise. I will actually narrate 3 important things to you, and whenever after I narrate, I want you to clap, not like this, but then you should actually clap like this so that it hurts your hand, only 3 times. Can we do that? Clapping should be only like this. But I'll tell you when. For a minute, please close your eyes, go back in your memory. Remember that nursery teacher who actually welcomed you with her open arms, when you stepped out of the house for the first time in your life. She accepted you as you are. Maybe you did not have a good uniform, probably your nose was leaking, you did not know, you were crying. But still that lady initiated you into the wonderful world of knowledge. Can we all, ladies and gentlemen, join our hands for that nursery teacher who actually acted as the first beacon of light in all our lives? Can we have it for her? 3 times. But it should hurt you. I said you should clap like this so that there will be more blood circulation. This is a very good Japanese technique to ensure that you always stay awake. Can we clap like this 3 times? Excellent. Friends, I have traveled close to about 30 to 35 countries. I have lived with foreign nationals. I have studied intimately the culture of several countries. And I have stayed in their house. I have cooked. I have interacted. But let me tell you, friends, there is no parent like Indian parents anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. The reason why I tell this, I will narrate a small incident which actually happened in Chicago a little later. But I think our parents are our biggest strength. If India is what it is today, it is all because of the father and mother that we have. Because they are the only people whose only intention in life is to make sure that the younger one comes up in life. So can we all join hands for our parents? 3 times. Is it hurting? Are you feeling more blood circulation here? You should. The last one is something little interesting. I want you to just close your eyes and think for a moment. What would have happened to this world if you did not have friends? This world would be very boring, right? Maybe it would have been like landing on Chandrayaan or landing on, maybe Mars. Friendship is a very, very special feeling. It's a very special relationship. You can meet people who are your friends after 40 years, 50 years. Instantly you will connect. And this institution is a place probably you will find best of friends. Maybe your life partner if you guys want to do something else. So let us all join hands for that wonderful feeling and relationship of friendship. Can we clap 3 times? This is a technique to ensure that the audience clap for you. This is also a technique to ensure that they don't go to sleep. I am reminded of a small story which actually quite apt for an occasion like this. It appears there was a king. He wanted to become very famous. So the saint told him, you go and perform a very special puja in your, palace. You will be able to rule the world. But one condition is when you want to do that special puja, you have to go to a forest. And in that forest, there is another small ashram. And below that ashram, you will get a very special flower. You should go and pick up that flower, come back and do the puja. You will be the king who can control the entire world. So this king went with a big army. And when he comes there, he saw a very beautiful ashram with lot of wonderful Rishi Kanyas, nice trees, Kamadhenu. He got enchanted by that entire place. And the entire army virtually destroyed that ashram and went back. But they forgot to take that wonderful flower. Ladies and gentlemen, you have joined this institution which I regard as a temple of learning. You will find all kinds of things in this place because this is the heart of the city. You will have several distractions. Please enjoy your life to the fullest extent possible. But please don't forget to take that wonderful flower called the degree and knowledge when you graduate out of this institution. Parents can provide you a lot of help. College can give you everything. You will find a lot of friends. Everything is fine. But at the end of 4 years, please make sure that you will become worthy citizens of this great country, India. Now you will ask me, sir, this is all very good in advising today. We have several things. Everywhere people bombard us saying, you should study, you should study. In fact, studies is a big con game that parents actually play on children. They will say, up to 10th you study, then you will settle down in life. Then after 10th, they will say, PUC second year or plus 2, you somehow study, you will become very good. Then they'll say you go to engineering or doctor, another 4 years or 5 years, you will settle down in life. What do you really mean by settling down in life? Is your career and goal, are they one and the same? What is the purpose of life? In fact, I call this as what is popularly referred as a 5-4-3-2-1 syndrome. I don't know if you have heard of this. Life is not all about this, what are called as 5-4-3-2-1 syndrome. 5-figure salary, 1 4-wheeler, 1 3-bedroom house, and maybe 2 children, 1 boy or a girl, 1 husband or 1, maybe wife. Life is not all that. You are born on this, earth to do something special. And if you don't do that something which is little special, then I think there is no difference between people who are there, like say animal kingdom. After all, Homo sapiens, we came out after a lot of evolution. It took us something like 450 million years for us just to get this thumb. Did you know that? In fact, my evolutionary biologists tell me after another 100 or 200 years, your thumb will be longer than your rest of the fingers because we have started using mobile phones like this. Patre tikkotara mobile phone tikta idu now. But why I am saying this is humans are very special because we are the only species who have the capability to laugh. No other species in the animal kingdom has got this capability to laugh. Nagnagta jivana madabeku anta helidre we also should make sure we should leave a mark before we go on this earth. ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಫರ್ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಅನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಯಾರೂ ಬಾಳಬೇಕು. ಬದುಕೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಈಟ್ 3 times, ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್. I think we should achieve something in life. But things are changing in the outside world at a very rapid rate. Now, I want you to promise me before you go out of this institution to do the following. Number 1, please make at least 5 good friends, not from your branch of engineering, but from other branches of engineering. Because the boundaries between discipline has completely disappeared. Please make sure that you make enough friends from students from other departments. You should also know the name of the person who serves you coffee in the canteen to the security guard who stands in the gate. Make sure that you learn to respect every individual who contributes to your life. And also the other important thing that you should do is, all of you should actually, make sure every day you sweat. This is very essential. Daily bevrbeku. Doddavaru chikkavaru yaridrunu every day you should actually sweat. Please play enough games and ensure by some way of exercise. I don't call it as an exercise, but you should actually sweat in life. I will tell you why. Now, whenever psychologists today, they very clearly categorize 2 important things. One is what is called as a conscious mind. The other one is what is called as a subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is something which is there inside, and that is the one which virtually drives all the decisions. And the only way you can control your mind is by controlling your breath. So if you are able to breathe properly, you will be able to control your mind. Normally, our biggest challenge today is when students, you are sitting here, you are worried about your exams. In your exams, you are worried about watching the new movie, Jawan of Shah Rukh Khan. When you are in the movie, you are worried about your submission. The mind keeps on oscillating. That is why it is very important for us, more than sofa set, TV set, dining set. We should have the right mindset. And how do you get that right mindset? Only if you can control your breath. So that is the reason why people recommend yoga and pranayama, because whenever you are very anxious, for example, a boy wants to go and propose to a girl, can you go directly? He will find a lot of anxiety, and that anxiety comes from your emotion. Emotions can be controlled only by breath. So I urge you to do a lot of exercise, and at least you should sweat. That's why they say 5 important things are very essential. One is skill. Make sure you pick up a lot of skills while you are in Cambridge Institute of Technology, because these skills are changing every day. It is not the most talented or the most brightest who will survive in the next 20 to 30 years. It will be only the person who is ready to adopt. So you make sure that you learn every day. As long as I live, so long do I learn, said Swami Paramahamsa. So the first thing you should have is good skills. After that, you will also should have a very strong will. Along with skill, you should have will. Will is your mind power, which I just mentioned to you. ಆತ್ಮಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮನೋಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಎರಡು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ತಾನೇ ತಾನಾಗಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಎನ್ಶೂರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್. We should have a very strong will. And the third important thing is you should not fall ill. That's why you should exercise. Body, you please take care of your body. All these 3 things are not sufficient. You should also not have any frills. Have no ego. Please learn to learn every day. And the more you learn, better would be your life in the years to come. In fact, this world is seeing several disruptions. In fact, the amount of disruption we have seen in the last 30 years is probably equivalent to what the world has not seen in the last 300 years. Your university education, college education will give you a job only for probably, say, 5 years. After that, if you are not willing to learn every day, I don't think life will be a smooth affair for you. So it's very important. On this occasion for students, I would tell you, learn to enjoy. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಏನೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ is not a concept. It is actually a bogus concept. When you play on the field, you go and enjoy. When you play cricket, for example, you never say everybody thinks he is a Tendulkar or a Kohli, right? You should actually enjoy every bit of this moment, because you get the best of memories in your entire life on this campus. But I think I also see a lot of youngsters here. Sir, all of this is wonderful. You can give lectures. You are in IASE, but if I had studied little better, maybe I would have got a seat in a better college, maybe somewhere else. I don't know what would happen. I am somewhere over here. There is an inner fear in everybody. There is a lack of confidence that is bound to come in all of you, because this is a part of life. In fact, it is very interesting. On the streets of Greek many years ago, there was a big queue in front of a house. And there was somebody was standing in the queue, asked the person, a very young boy, somebody of your age, "Sir, why is that everybody is standing there?" Then he said, "There is a famous astrologer who has come today. He will see your hand and will predict what you will become." All of us are fond of astrology, right? We want to know how much marks we will get. Will we get first class? Will we get a job? Will I marry somebody? So astrology is a part of Indian tradition. So this boy said, will that man see my hand and tell me what I will become? Then he said, no, for small boys, all these, so-called rekas will not be very well developed, so he may not see you. But this boy was very adamant. He said, okay, I will go and ask him only, you don't worry. And he went and showed his hand to the astrologer and said, can you please read my future? Astrologer never took more than 2-3 minutes to anybody, but for this boy's hand, he kept on gazing for 5 to 10 minutes. And finally he said, if only this line had extended till your little finger, you would have ruled the entire world. You would have become the greatest emperor the world has seen. This boy, without battling an eyelid, lifted a knife which was there nearby, just drew the line. Blood actually splashed out everywhere. And he asked the astrologer, now I have an additional line. Will I rule the world? Ladies and gentlemen, that boy was none other than the Alexander the Great. He actually ruled half of the world. So don't think that we are all incapable. Don't have that fear. In fact, I can tell you, everybody on the dais here or everyone who is there, all of us have failed. I have failed in 50% of my experiments in Indian Institute of Science. There are days when I have cried alone in the campus. Crying is not a bad emotion at all. But next day morning, you should again get up, go back and do that experiment in a different way. In fact, Edison, when his entire factory was burnt, he again built the factory again because he knew probably all the bad things, the things which don't work have actually become reduced into ashes. Have enough self-confidence in you. Don't really worry about only marks. Don't worry about results. Don't get anxious. Just make sure that you enjoy every bit of this process. I am sure this world would be a better place. I also see a lot of parents here today, and I did mention to you why Indian parents are very good. This is again a real life incident which happened, which was told to me by one of my friends who heads a big company in Chicago. He was interviewing in a college like this, and a girl had come till the final round. And the annual package that they were trying to offer was around 60 lakh rupees. This happened about close to 10 years back. And the final personal interview was with the CEO. And when this girl entered, he actually, my friend, in fact, asked her, "What does your father do?" The girl was little emotional and she said, "Sorry, sir, my father is not alive." My friend said, "I am very sorry to hear that." Then he asked, "What does your mother do?" The girl couldn't answer for almost about, say, a few minutes. She was in fact the topper in all the prelim round, and the job was actually about to be offered to her. Then my friend did not stop. He kept on coaxing her, "Please tell me, what does your mother do?" With great difficulty, she said, "My mother is an housemaid. She actually goes from place to place. She washes her vessels, cleans the houses." My friend asked her, "Have you ever observed the hands of your mother? Have you ever seen how the hands look like?" This girl remarked, No, sir, I have not seen." He said, "Please go back today. I want you to observe the hands of your mother. Come back tomorrow and tell me what you saw." She got panicky. "Sir, will I get this job?" "Yes, you will get this job, but I want you to do this exercise." This girl came back next day, and she was all in tears because that night, for the first time, the girl saw boils on the palms of her mother. Mother never really showed the amount of trouble that she went through. Our only aim in life was to make sure that this young little dear ones actually gets education. Friends, this is not a story of a single girl. This is a story of every father and mother you will find in the audience today. The reason why I say this is I have seen enough students who come from economically very poor background, including me. So we were all not very rich. My mother never went to university, but still her only aim, I am sure, Mohan's parent or mother would not have gone to university. They all were true karma yogis. They all felt that the next generation should be educated. Believe me, in our days when my mother was saying, she never went to beyond 4th or 5th class, but she always used to say, you should study. Because education is the panacea for almost all the problems that we have. And I urge the students here, please don't, blame your parents for your failures. I have seen students who talk in singular to their parents, which is a very sad state of affairs. If you don't respect your parents, I am telling you on this forum, there is no history in the annals of the entire world, a person who cannot take care of the parent has succeeded in his life. No. It is your job to make sure that you take care of your parent. After all, they are the only two individuals who actually wish you good in your entire life. To my mother, I am a son no matter how old I am. Recently, she was in hospital at an age of 87, not able to even speak. But the first question she asked when I went and asked her, did you have your lunch? Did you eat? That is the concern of your mother. Please make sure that at least as an engineering college student, go back to the kitchen on one day, help her to wash the utensils. Don't keep any secrets from your parents. You may have a smartphone. As long as your smartphone can be seen by your parents, I think you are on the right track. You don't have to worry. You can have all these things, gadgets, everything, but please don't make sure you have a lot of secrets from your parents. Parents also should actually spend some time for the children, mainly because Manenalli TV serials have become so dominant today. Please turn off the TV serials. Have one square meal with your son or daughter in a single day. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದೊತ್ತು ಊಟನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ಟಿ ವಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ದೂರ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ and try to talk to them. Colleges, engineering degree is not like a fixed deposit. He has graduated, you have come and dumped him and you expect him to earn a 5-figure salary, solve all your financial problems. No. Children have to blossom as they are. They are like wonderful flowers in a nice garden. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. And the biggest problem that I have seen in parents is still PUC, you keep on telling you study, you study, you study. But after that, the communication channel between a father and a son breaks down, father and a daughter breaks down. Colleges can do only little bit. Unless parents create a nice home atmosphere in the house, I don't think the children will blossom out. This is a very, very critical stage where students can be with several people. Mother, I have the highest regard mainly because by looking at the color of the, face and the whatever face he has, ಅಥವಾ ತುಟಿ ಬಣ್ಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ mother can figure out whether he is into smoking, whether they are into any habits. Please keep an eye on all your children from the perspective that they don't go into some wrong routes. Friends, I am also telling you while you go out of Cambridge Institute of Technology, please make sure that you get good friends. Friends are the one who will make or mar your engineering career. And when I say good friends, they must be somebody who are much better than you. Don't fall into the classical gang of what I call as sick and sad, shining in contrast, or selective amplification and damping. Please be amidst people who are much better than you always. Only then you will be able to, come up in life. I also see a lot of teachers here. Classroom teaching is not what it used to be before. And students will not be satisfied with your notes and just a dissemination of some information in the classroom. The chat GPT, the generative AI is simply sweeping through the entire world. I was told in the next 5 years, more than 80% of classical software testing jobs will disappear from the market. Don't be, worked up. There will be new jobs which are coming out. There's a new job called prompt engineers. People who are willing to ask good questions. People who can ask sensible questions. They are in big demand. So you don't worry about jobs and job profile. I am sure we are living in a very excited time. And be happy always to change and learn. I think teachers have to figure out how you can convert the information into knowledge and how the knowledge can become wisdom. So classroom teaching is not a profession. Neither it is a profession nor it is a job. To me, teaching is a relationship. Please make sure that you come out with an intimate relationship with your younger one. After all, they are either your sister or brother. Students are like that. And I am sure this harmonious relationship will take you places. Friends, a lot of advice will be given on all these days and occasions like this. But finally, it is you who has to decide what you want to become. Don't live your life at the mercy of somebody else. It is on your shoulders. It's all in your hands. How many of you have eaten dosas here? I am sure most of you would have eaten dosa, right? How many of you have made dosa? If you have made dosa, you would have observed what I am going to narrate. On a simple tawa that is there, if I take water and sprinkle on that, what will happen? It basically evaporates, right? How many of you here have seen a lotus flower which is there in a pond? Certainly people in a city may not have seen. Have you observed the lotus leaf? Not the flower. Lotus leaf will never be dirty. It usually droops about 30 degrees, and then any drop of water you put on a lotus leaf, it actually becomes almost like surface tension is so large, and then it falls down when there is a breeze. But imagine this scenario, early in the morning in a green field, you're walking, and that little drop of water, when the sun shines, it actually almost, shines like a diamond. But then when the breeze comes, it also falls down. But the same drop of water, if it actually gets into a small shell, resides below the sea for about, say, 6 months, it actually becomes an invaluable pearl. Friends, our lives are like that. Whether you want to become a small drop of water which actually evaporates instantaneously on a dosa tawa, or whether you want to become like a small droplet of water which shines like a diamond for a few moments, or you want to become an invaluable pearl and contribute to this world, is entirely in your hands. You will have to decide what you want to become. Otherwise, I don't think no amount of, advisors will basically help on an occasion like this. Atmano mokshartham jagathitaya cha, says Swami Vivekananda. If you want to really survive, the only purpose of our life should be serve the society. At the end of the day, when you become old, when you have good memories, nobody is interested in how much bank balance you have, how much cars you owe. Nobody bothers. All that they would ask you is, how are your children? How is your health? So please make sure that life becomes a wonderful experience of learning. In fact, I will close it with a small, thought process, because the important thing on occasions like this is we get all kinds of thoughts, Thoughts actually, they say 89,000 thoughts cross over a mind in every day. Most of these thoughts are actually repetitive. So the thoughts basically become words. Words actually becomes action. Actions becomes your habit. Habit decides your character. Character becomes your destiny. So it's very important for us to ensure that we get the right thoughts on, in our life process. It appears a small girl, she held her hand like this and came and asked the teacher, please tell me what is there in my hands. Always students have this habit. They want to prove the teachers wrong. Teachers also want to get compliments from students always. So the teacher said, maybe you have a small butterfly in your hand. The student was very upset. How is it that this guy knows everything this lady knows? Then the student asked, please tell me whether it is a male or a female. This is a very dangerous question. But the teacher said, in any case, whatever I tell, she would not know. And she said, it is a female. Student was very upset. Then he asked a question, please tell me, ma'am, whether it is alive or dead. This is a very dangerous question because the butterfly is only about a 1.5 centimeter long. It lives for 15 days. In case if the teacher says it is alive, all that the student has to do is just tighten the, your wrist, it would die. And in case if the teacher says it is dead, he can open the palm. In either case, the teacher would be proved wrong. Teacher said it is all in your hands, which means success, failure, whatever we become in our life, please never ever blame anyone else for what you are today. You are here, you will be there somewhere else tomorrow. Come back to this institution and make sure that you respect your teachers, come back and say hello to them. And at the end of the day, friends, we all can talk too many things, but get into a good routine every day. Please make sure that you get up early, exercise and sweat, sleep very well. Vishweshwaraya had a golden 1/3 rule. He said, 8 hours of professional life, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of personal work. Unless we do repeated things properly in our life, I don't think we can ever get up. In fact, extraordinary things are not done by great successful people anywhere. It is the ordinary things which you do in an extraordinary manner, in an amazing consistency, actually what decides what you become in life. I am sure Cambridge Institute of Technology has a very good future because at the end of the day, it is you as brand ambassadors who will build this institution. Building an educational institution is not very easy, Mohan. In fact, Swami Purushottanandaji used to tell me, anybody who has an education institution, it is akin to a scenario where there is a big boulder on your back. You are asked to swim in a sea where the waves are very high. It's not very easy because these institutions will outlive you and your generation. But thousands and lakhs of students will get education out of a place like this. And I am so glad that you have taken up this noble profession of doing, imparting education to thousands and lakhs of people. Parents, believe me, you are in very safe hands because since I know Mohan from a long time and his family, they are all interested in imparting, public service. They have been in public service for a long time. And I think you are in very safe hands. But at the end of the day, please remember that our tongue should always become like a sugar factory. Let us speak good things. Don't be harsh on others. Don't, fight with anybody else. So your tongue should always be like a sugar factory. And your heart should be like a love factory, not the filmy love that you see in movies. Learn to love and respect everybody around the world. Vasudeva Kutumbakam is actually entrenched in our tradition. You should love everyone, because at the end of the day, you don't find a Homo sapien with a blue blood. The blood is, red in color across the world, whoever is there. So make sure that you love everybody. So your heart should always become like a love factory. And your head should become like an ice factory. Don't get angry. It is not worth getting angry. So if you make sure that your tongue is a sugar factory, your heart is a love factory, your head becomes like an ice factory, your life will be satisfactory. All the very best, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That was truly inspiring, motivating, and to all of us, of course, here, thank you very much for your insightful words, sir. Success is not just the hard work what you put. Of course, as sir said, it's not just only the hard work. Of course, it's the interest and the love to what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a moment of glory for Cambridge Institute of Technology to honor and reward the toppers of the institute. Let me call upon all the department toppers of different years, one by one. I request the department honors to be available near the stage to receive their honors. Toppers, please gather.
Who is topper will be getting gold medal, and second topper will be getting silver medal. Chairman sir always medal. Yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we would proudly now announce that the topper, first topper of all the departments would be receiving the gold prize for today, and the remaining toppers would be receiving the silver medals for today. I now invite Ms. Neha Shantagiri from Information Science and Engineering. She has secured a CGPA of 9.65 and receiving the silver medal reward from the institute. I request the dignitaries to honor her. Please give her a big round of applause. Ms. Nisarga Kane from Information Science and Engineering. She has secured a CGPA of 9.5 and would be receiving the silver medal. Ms. Kirti from the Department of Information Science and Engineering for having secured CGPA of 9.85 and to receive the gold medal. Mr. Dhanush CP from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, who has scored the CGPA of 9.67 and to receive the silver medal. Ms. Vishnu Priya of Computer Science and Engineering, second year, for having secured the CGPA of 9.78 and to receive the silver medal. Ms. Rakshankita from the Department of Civil Engineering. She has secured the CGPA of 8.72 and to receive the silver medal. Ms. Vaishnavi from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering for having secured the CGPA of 9.75 and to receive the silver medal. Ms. Srishti from the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering for having secured the CGPA of 9.61 and to receive the silver medal. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud these budding talents and motivate them. Ms. Sinchana S. from the Department of Information Science and Engineering for having secured the CGPA of 9.84. Mr. Sanjay from Mechanical Engineering for having secured the CGPA of 9.2. These were the list of all the toppers from second year. And now moving on to the next third year toppers.
We have Mr. Gagan Reddy from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, receiving the gold medal, who has secured a CGPA of 9.6. Mr. Girish Chandra Saxena from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning with a CGPA of 9.29, receiving the silver medal. Ms. Divya Krishna Pujari from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, who has secured 9.19 CGPA, receiving the silver medal. Mr. R. Kibrias from the Department of Civil Engineering with a CGPA of 9.29, receiving the silver medal. Ms. Pandana from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering with a CGPA of 9.4, receiving the silver medal. Mr. Ramiz Raja from the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering with a CGPA of 8.17, who is receiving the silver medal. Ms. Diksha Manu from the Department of Information Science and Engineering with a CGPA of 8.84, receiving the silver medal. Mr. Abel M. from the Department of Mechanical Engineering with a CGPA of 8.6, receiving the silver medal. Ms. Gayatri Nimaturi receiving the gold medal, who has secured a CGPA of 9.64 from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Ms. Nitya Shri R. from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering with a CGPA of 9.44, who is receiving the silver medal. Ms. Somu Nagamani from the Department of Civil Engineering, who has secured 9.62 CGPA and receiving the silver medal. Ms. Sindhu M. from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, who has secured 9.61 CGPA and receiving the silver medal. Ms. Lokeshwari from the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, who has secured 9.23 CGPA and receiving the silver medal. Mr. Himanshu Agarwal from the Department of Information Science and Engineering, who has secured 9.6 CGPA and receiving the silver medal. And we have Mr. Bihum Shrestha from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, who has secured 9.6 CGPA and receiving the silver medal. Thank you, dignitaries. I'm immensely glad to take this opportunity to introduce yet another eminent personality, a guest of honor, Mr. Karthik Krishnamurthy, Head Lead, Trainee Hiring, Talent Acquisition Group, Tata Consultancy Services. Mr. Karthik Krishnamurthy, the Campus Recruitment Lead at Tata Consultancy Services, is responsible for strategizing campus hiring initiatives for the Bangalore region, is involved in planning and coordinating engineering, management, science graduate, design, ICWAI, ICAI, and other fresh graduate hiring in the region. He's been partnering with the institute representatives, students, and create Mindshare to be the employer of choice. He's engaged with the business units in helping them achieve the line of business technology hiring. He's been working with all the concerned stakeholders in engaging with offered students to increase the joining ratio and organizing and promoting participation for TCS flagship contests. He's also worked with Ashok Leland for over 5 years as a lead HR campus initiative drives for Karnataka region for all the courses. It is a pleasure having you here with us today, sir. I'd now request Mr. Karthik to address the gathering.
Check. Thank you for the warm welcome. Happy morning to everybody. So what happened so dull? Yeah? So one request, can you please dim this light and can you put light at the back also so that I could see people, because it's only glaring at my eyes. Yeah. So that we can find out who's sleeping now. So can you switch on the lights, the entire auditorium, please? Can you switch on the lights in the auditorium, please? Yes. Great. Now I could see the fresh faces. Yeah. Good, yaar. Nice to see you all. Yes, it's really an honor coming and addressing you guys, because we from the corporate generally were into virtual calls only, okay? Recently only we started coming and interacting with the students. It's really happy coming and meeting you all, right? So I would definitely say Dr. Jagadish has taken all my points. So I prepared everything, just whatever points I have prepared, most of the points he has in fact covered though, okay? So thanks for that, making my life simple. Having said that, so he appreciated three things, right? Your kindergarten, your parents, and everybody, the three aspects, if you remember. So I would like to add one more aspect to that. So definitely each one should have a huge round of applause for making this year, till this place. So huge round of applause for yourself firstly. A huge round. Come on, at the back, I couldn't hear you. At the back, come on. Great, great. Definitely it is not that easy clearing your 10th standard with a specific mark, then your 12th standard with the mark, and then coming and landing in Cambridge Institute. So it's not an easy task, yes, because even I am an engineering student. I know how difficult it is to get into an engineering college. And I did my electrical and electronic engineering, right? So we know how the engineering journey will be, right? So I would like to cover a few aspects, in fact. Now, I guess Dr. Jagadish has covered most of the points in terms of having good friends. Then you should know everybody in the college. Then have good skills, strong willpower. Everything he has covered, in fact. So certain things that I wanted everybody to start understanding right from day one is, so these are the areas where we literally lag as a Gen Zs. Because in the organizations, it's really challenging for us to manage, especially these kind of generation students. So where we actually have the challenge, basically. So the first point I would like to iterate is the digital literacy. So you know what is the meaning of literacy? Yes? So it's a knowledge or competency on a specific area, correct? So you must, there is abundance data available, okay? So you must know which one to capture first. So we find it really difficult in order to see how the students manage the digital aspects, okay? So you have your phone, you have your laptop, whatnot, okay? So, but do we have that kind of knowledge and awareness how to use that effectively in the good sense? So this is one area we are finding it really, really challenging. So the National Skill Development says that these are the few areas which I'm going to talk now are the areas that you need to focus on. So one is the digital literacy. Second comes the data literacy, right? Now, you have abundance data with you, right? So it could be anything. Say, for example, if you search on the Google how to write the particular code, you get plenty of data in Google. Now, how do you choose the right data? And how do you picturize that to the management? It's very important. So that is the area where the entire Gen Zs lags. So you have to start working on the data literacy aspect. Of course, next important point is the critical thinking. So, okay. Many of you, so what exactly organization expects? So you must come out with different thought process, come out with a lot of creativity, but especially with Gen Z's concern, the major challenge we have is the critical thinking. They do not think before they actually bring forward a solution to the table. So that is very, very vital, that's what we say. Of course, emotional intelligence, Sir spoke about the complete control on the emotion aspects. Yeah? So that is the last point I would tell you is about the creativity. Okay? So what do we expect from the students? We expect you to be really creative and think out of the box. So these are the few areas you have to start working in as you start growing in the college from your first year onwards. Okay, these are the 5 important points I thought I have to tell you basically. Now, coming back, so tell me exactly what do engineers do in IT industry? Yeah? What do you think the engineers do in the IT industry? According to you. What they do? Any idea? What do you think after 4 years down the line you join an IT industry and do? What do you do? Yeah? Sorry? They solve real life problems. Of course. Sorry? Working under the boss. Everybody has a boss to work under, yaar. Yes. Projects, work on the projects. Assigned work, yes. Others? Develop softwares, absolutely. A huge round of applause for that guy, seriously. Yes. Develop software, then? Spotting errors in the company. Okay. Good. Solving, sorry. My bad, I heard wrong. Solving, yes, good. Next? Debugging. Absolutely, yes. We want people like that. Then I'm not hearing from the back. Ethical hacking, wow. You have a lot of interest in ethical hacking, is it? Good. Next. Yes, there. Paying taxes. No, I never asked what engineering graduates do for the government of India. I asked what engineering graduates do for IT companies. So we don't get the money that you pay, no? It goes to the government. Yeah. Coding, absolutely. Cyber security. Next. Cloud. Clouding, yes. So, yeah. These are, according to you, these are the activities or the initiatives that an engineering graduate does in the IT industry, right? But literally, why do you think we hire the engineering graduates? Why do you think you are more vital for an organization? If you see across India, so majority of the hiring is from the engineering graduate, right? So why do you think so? Why do you think so? Problem solving, absolutely. Yes, number one. Plus for that, yeah. Yes. So we, in fact, hire engineers just because they bring in creative and innovative and solutions for the problems to the table. So as simple as that. Okay. So now you guys are very much ready for the placements here. So you know what is actually expected from you. You have decided your career now. Literally, right from now, as we discussed, you're ready for your career. Just that you have to, I would say, frame your character, learn the basic skills, and be ready. Ultimately, your parents, that's what they ask you, right? End of 4 years, you need to have an offer in your hand. Yes, you are ready now. Just that you have to leverage the platform that is given today. Right? So it's very vital for each one of you guys to leverage this platform and get ready for your placements, which is the end result. Yes, during this 4 years of course, have a lot of joy. Enjoy the entire engineering period. Learn at maximum whatever you want, and definitely you will find heights. Okay, today, sir was addressing some aspects, right? You might feel bad or why I didn't get a better college. I could have joined in a better college if I score much higher. So, gone all old days, guys. Listen to me. We are not going to go institute-wise of hiring. See, IITs and NITs are different levels, so let's not touch those guys. Okay, let's talk about the normal other engineering colleges. So gone all old days where we go to only specific colleges and do hiring. You know how TCS works? We call it as a National Qualifier Test, which is NQT. Okay. Predominantly, if you have the right skill, you are into the organization. Gone all old days where, okay, this company will come and hire the students. No. You acquire the skills that is required in your own avenue or area, yes, you will get a job in the market. Just that skill matters. Yes, so as Dr. Jagdish was saying, you remember, good skill matters. So it's very important that you have to find your own skill. It could be anything. So you say cloud, what you call networking or cybersecurity, name any. Start working on it. You will definitely find a place. Yeah? Now, I would like to iterate 3 important aspects that is very important during your tenure in your engineering. What are the 3 aspects? First is ensure that you frame a proper character for you in this 4 years. It's very important. Secondly, the purpose of life. Yes, he addressed. So why do you think today Tatas are on the top? The reason being, say for example, 100 rupees is the profit for this year. Nearly 66%, 66 rupees goes into complete philanthropic activities. So their idea, their motive was completely having philanthropic activities. That's why 66% of the profit goes into all the philanthropic activities. And today, that's a reason why we are at the top always. Okay? So always find a purpose in life. And finally, find a proper, capable, a life partner. Okay? It could be a male, it could be a female also. So finding a life partner for you, it's very, very important. So if you find all these 3 in this tenure of your career or tenure of your engineering, I'm sure you will definitely find a great place in the society. That's very, very important. Yeah? Cool. So thank you once again for this opportunity and all the very best to each one of you guys. Yeah? Nice talking to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring words and motivating our students as well, having an interaction session with our students. Now, let us take the moment as a token of gratitude and respect. We would like to felicitate our honorable guests. I request our chief guest to kindly come forward and our dignitaries to do the honors. I also request a guest of honor, Mr. Karthik, to come forward, the dignitaries to do the honors.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a few moments of ours, all of us, to describe about the newsletter of our institute. We are delighted to release the CD of our two newsletters, Cambridge Times and Inspire. Let me describe you all about these two newsletters. Our institution, over the years, has continued to thrive and maintain its prestigious status, constantly striving for excellence and professionalism. The effort put into publishing these newsletters cannot be understated, and it reflects the dedication and hard work of many individuals. As we delve into the pages of these newsletters, you will discover the remarkable milestones at Cambridge Institute of Technology which it has achieved. The Cambridge Times and Inspire newsletters truly reflect the essence of our institution and showcase the wide array of student-centric activities that enrich our campus life. We would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to those who have played a pivotal role in bringing these newsletters into life. Professor Janita Subhash, Head of PR Cell, and Chief Editor of Cambridge Times, as well as the creative designers, Mr. Chandra, our digital marketing head, and a marketing team consisting of Mr. Naveen, Mr. Jelen, and Mr. Praveen Jacob. The Department of Basic Science conducts student induction program and forum activities focused on holistic development of every individuals, and all these activities are recorded and released in our annual newsletter, which is Inspire. We also want to acknowledge Professor Sandhya, who is the editor of the Basic Science newsletter and the PR coordinators of various departments. Mr. Sunil Kumar from MCA, Basaraju Mr. from MBA, Professor Sharon from CSE, Professor Anusha from ISE, Dr. Lakshmi from ECE, Professor Arshna from EEE, and Professor Chandrika from Civil, Professor Navina from AIML, and Professor Suhas from Mechanical, all followed by Monica from Mechanical and Placement Department. Now, without further ado, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to release the CD of these two newsletters, please. I would request all the PR coordinators to join for the release, please. Our marketing and PR teams to join for the release. Let us embrace the moment as we celebrate the spirit of knowledge, excellence, and unity that define our institution, the Cambridge Institute of Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause. here we release the dual newsletters of our institute, Cambridge Times and Inspire.
At this juncture, let's take a few moments with a video glimpse to witness the evolution of our Honorable Chairman, Cambridge Group of Institutions, Shri D.K. Mohan. Thank you, and indeed that was a wonderful glimpse of our chairman, sir. And now invite the visionary and the dynamic leader, the chairman, Cambridge Group of Institutions, Dr. Shri D.K. Mohan, to kindly preside over today's function.
Dear Chief Guest, Dr. Jagdish, and also my college mate, Dr. Karthik, who is one of the guests, and our dear dynamic principal, Dr. Indumati, and our dean, who is there from starting of this college, Dr. Shanti ma'am, and all the HODs of this institution, all the faculty members, and my dear students and dear parents. First of all, let me congratulate all the toppers who have secured higher marks in their semesters. Congratulations to all of you. Best of luck. And next is welcoming all the new students today who have joined to this institution. I welcome all of you. And I welcome and I thank parents for having confidence in this institution and getting your children admitted in this institution. So today, our campus has become more beautiful with all the young, fresh faces coming inside the institution. So when I was seeing this, which I did not know, the journey of my career as an educationist, if I look back in 2002, when I started getting into this education field, the scenarios, the challenges were entirely different. But today, the challenges for an educational institution is entirely different. And especially the students also. Earlier in our days, if anyone used to get first class, it was the biggest achievement. But today that is not the scenario. The challenges are changed. The challenges are entirely different. Today, you talk about artificial intelligence, IoT, in engineering. But don't be surprised when our school students start speaking about these technical things in their school days. That is the situation now. So, today you all have joined engineering. You all are very happy. Your parents are also very happy that their wards have got into a good institution. So they think, oh, my son or daughter is going to be an engineer. My job is finished. Now the real job starts now. Monitoring your children. Because as all of you know, there are a lot of distractions which comes across. As technology is progressing, there are a lot of WhatsApp groups, social media, so many things which distracts our children. But at the same time, there is an advantage to it also. So my dear students, our chief guest has already told the roles and responsibilities of all of you. But as we, management of this institution, we always believe that we should give good quality to our students. And we should give the best in this institution. And when we look back what we have achieved a great mile. We have achieved a lot of things. Now, especially under the leadership of Principal Indumati and our CEO, and there are other lot of like Gopal Krishna, Dr. Anthony, there are a lot of people who have put a lot of effort. Varalakshmi, a lot of people are Jayanti, so many faculties, Preeti, so many people. They are putting in so much of effort to bring something new into the institution. Those days are gone, where if you have a degree certificate, it was enough. Now, you should, as our chief guest was telling, every day you should learn. The people who are going to be successful or who can adapt to the new challenges and face the new challenges that comes across you and learn the new skills. We as an institution, we have realized it. We have found that only academic excellence is not enough now for any educational institution or for any student for that matter to be successful. So as an institution, now we have brought in so many new things so that our students who go out of this institution will be well equipped to face the challenges that comes across your career. Now, as our principal, she has explained what are the steps, how industry tie-ups have happened in this institution. We as an institution, we have seen and we provide platform for all of you. Now you all are young minds, first year students. Today the challenges are so huge and the opportunities are so huge. You have so many opportunities across you now. As I was having a discussion with our Dr. Jagdish, who works in Indian Institute of Science, and you know, he is expert in a world related to hypersonic, who is working on it. And he was telling me how he comes from a humble background and what difficulties he faced in setting up the lab, and how he put his hard-earned money, PF, which he took it as a loan and he started the lab, now which is a worth of 150-200 crores. So the opportunities for you also is very huge. And he was telling me, if a student, he was telling me one student, Jodhpur Alva. So, you know, this paddy seeds, which we use for agriculture. So it has to be processed before a farmer sows the seed, that has to go and tested. It takes weeks, so farmer doesn't get time to get it tested. So he buys in the market and he goes and put, and sometimes the crops becomes a failure. Now the new technology that a student invented, where through artificial intelligence they can scan the seed and see whether the seed is right or not. That was invented by a student. There's so many ideas, so many people, so many students where they had some idea and it has been converted, it has been incubated, and it has been sold in the market, and they have earned so many crores and crores of rupees. See, money may not be the criteria. Money is not everything, but achievement and the satisfaction, what you get after inventing something useful to the society, that is more important. So my dear friends, my dear young students, this is an opportunity. This is an era of opportunities. If you have an idea, today you can convert that and see that that can be incubated. See, you are in such an era. So you have to utilize these opportunities. Everything is in your hands right now. to take good or to take bad. But I know nowadays students are very sensible because we see in our institution, most of them are so successful. Now when our faculty was explaining in the new incubation center what we have set up, there are a lot of students who have come up with new startups. So this is type of platform we have provided in this institution. And tie-ups, as our principal was telling, there are so many industries which have come up to our institution and we have tied up, which is first in the country also. So my dear friends and my dear parents, I assure you, your children are in safe hands. And in our institution, there is no place for indiscipline. There is no place for ragging. You can enjoy. As a student, it is your duty to enjoy. But at the same time, you should know your responsibilities. We as an institution, we provide for your benefit all the facilities. And you, students, you can approach any faculty members or anyone in the campus, even the management you can approach. Management is always available in this institution. So for you, we are all there. We can assure you that you will go out with this institution well equipped, with all the skills along with you, and above all, with good moral values. We always tell, you may not get rank, it's okay, but never lose your character. That only is going to take you to a higher level. So I would like to congratulate all the faculty members. If our institution has grown to this level, it is only due to the contribution of all our stakeholders, starting from teachers, starting from workers, and all the parents who had so much of trust. Today we boast of so many things that we have achieved. We tell we are A+, we tell we are NBA accredited, we tell NIRF ranking, we tell we have Samsung in our campus, we tell so many other companies are in our campus. But you just imagine, when we started this institution in 2007, when we could not boast of any of these things, but yet parents had confidence in us and they had put their children here. So we salute to all those parents and all the students who had trust in us and who have supported us in achieving so many things. I take this opportunity to once again thank all of you for having confidence in this institution. And I also would like to recognize the presence of Jeevan and Dr. Ashwini, our PU college principal and degree college principal. Now our PU college, which started only 7 years back, 8 years back, 6th batch has gone out, right? So we could get 5th rank and 7th rank in science, all state ranks. And in engineering also we always get ranks. So I would like to congratulate all the teachers once again for putting up this wonderful show. And I once again thank all the chief guests for their gracious presence today, and all the parents who have come all the way from different parts of state and different parts of India. I hope this 4 years of your journey will be a pleasant stay. You will be happy. You are in safe hands. You need not worry of anything. We are always with you. With saying this, viewers, thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance and consoling words. I would now call upon all the winners who have received the honors to come forward for a group photo, please. I call upon all the toppers who have received the honors today to come forward to the dais for a photo. necessary to express the deep sense of gratitude to one and all present over here and making this event a successful one. To express this deep sense of gratitude, I would like to invite Dr. Shanti, Dean, Department of Basic Science. Please, ma'am.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, parents, and my lovable students. Very good afternoon to one and all present here. It's my honor to stand before you to give the vote of thanks. But before that, our chairman, sir, and chief guest, rightly they have told, you all, I mean your wards, the students, are in the right hand. True, sir. And teaching, learning, we have got the best teaching, learning, our chairman, sir, have expressed. True it is. Not only we have got the best teachers to teach you your ward, but we used to groom and mend your student from the day one, I mean from the first year. We are training your students. We are grooming your students from the first semester to get the better placement. Placement activities we are starting in the first semester only. Very happy to see today the great numbers of parents. Very happy. But we expect the parents in the campus every month. Actually, we conduct internals. After internals, we'll be calling for the PTM. I'll be sending a message. Whether you can come on the day of PTM or not, does not matter. But you are always you are welcome to visit us, our faculties, to know about your academic status of your ward and the regularity. Every day, twice, we will be sending the attendance, I mean like absentee statement, we will be sending to the parent mobile number. We need the correct mobile number of the parent who will be monitoring the ward. With this, I'll first and foremost, I'll thank our chief guest today, Dr. Jagadish. Sir, really, like, I'm very happy. How to express my happiness, I don't know. You took, we all, everybody, the dignitaries, parents, and the kids, everybody, virtually you have taken us to meet our first teacher. And the hardness, whatever the parents have put, really, we are so much inspired by your word. We are really very much thankful to you, sir. Thank you so much. Secondly, I would thank our today's guest of honor, Shri Krishnamurthy sir, Karthik Krishnamurthy sir. He have told how important education is. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to our chairman, sir, D.K. Mohan, sir, who is always inspirational, motivate us and encourage us to do all the activities. Thank you so much, sir. I thank, in the absence of our CEO, sir, Shri Nitin Mohan, who is always goal-oriented, who always drive us to reach the goal. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my very sincere thanks to our principal, Madam Dr. Indumati ji, who is very inspirational. Her guidance minute to minute, any time, always she 24/7 she will be thinking about the college, students' improvement, academic, all the activities. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am. And along with us, we are having the PU and the degree college principal. Thank you so much for witnessing this program. I thank all the HODs, faculties, and committee heads and the members who have worked very hard to do this inaugural function. Thank you each and everyone. Thanks a lot to the parents who have accompanied the students to witness this program. Thank you all. I thank the press and media people who have witnessed this program. Last but not the least, I thank all my lovable students who have turned great in numbers. Thank you once and all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, moving to the end of the program, we express congratulations, our hearty wishes and our blessings to all the young minds. May you all have fruitful days ahead under Cambridge Institute of Technology. Now, any event would be incomplete without the touch of patriotism. Let's all raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. We would now request everybody to join us for lunch. Lunch is organized at the boys' hostel, requesting all our guests, parents, all the students, please join